So have you ever had a New Year's resolution like, I want to make more money. I want to stop drinking. I want to lose weight. I want to get a new partner. I want to leave an existing partner. Yeah, me too. The thing about the New Year's resolutions, they are all fairly similar. Like we all have them. And most of them fail within the first 2 weeks, meaning we just give them up completely. So that's why this year I want to introduce you to a new way of doing things, how to craft a Sankalpa. And a Sankalpa is an intention from the heart. It's not about what you want to get or what you want to give up, but it's about how you want to evolve, who it is that you want to become. It really acts as a guide, not in just one area of your life, but in all areas. Now, you can still get the things that you want, whether it's healthy body or more money, but that's actually the byproduct of becoming a different person or the next best version of you. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about what a Sankalpa is, how to craft one, and I also have some great goodies for you as well. So happy New Year, beautiful ones, and let's dive in. Welcome to the Goddess School podcast, where Eastern wisdom meets Western mysticism. I'm your host, Lisa Marie Rankin, author, teacher, and Ayurvedic wellness coach, here to help you reclaim your feminine superpowers. And I am so glad you're here. Listen, women are magical. They are intuitive, creative, wise, and magnetic. However, in today's fast-paced world, these gifts often get buried under a more masculine way of life. Together, we'll awaken those powers. In each episode, I'll take you through sacred teachings like Ayurveda, shadow work, and the mysteries of archetypes and rituals, so you can live with more clarity, synchronicity, and joy in all realms of life, like relationships, health, money, and more. So let's dive in so you can make the most of your one mythic life. The veil is parting. Let's begin. Hello, beautiful ones, and Happy New Year. Happy January 1st, the beginning of 2025. I always find that there's excitement with the new year. It's almost like an opportunity to begin again, to consider what went well the previous year and maybe some things that we want to change. This is also a time that we start to think of our goals for the year ahead and also the New Year's resolution, which is something that I want to talk about today and potentially give you an alternative to do. First, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, if that's what you celebrate, a very happy holiday. I know the past couple of episodes have been focused on Yule rituals and then also embodying Christ consciousness. So today, we're going to continue with the seasonal theme, and I want to talk about setting intentions. We are going to talk about a concept called a Sankalpa. This is from the Eastern tradition, and it is less about what you want to get or give up and more about who you want to become. Let me start by giving you an example. For most of my life, from about 19 years old until about 40, 41, 42, I was a habitual drinker. Now, I didn't drink excessively. I just drank almost every day. So it would be a vodka and soda or maybe a glass of wine. Now, I didn't drink during my 2 pregnancies. And interestingly, I looked and felt amazing during that time. So that should have been a clue. But I always liked to have a drink when I got home from work, whether I was making dinner or getting ready to go out. It put me at ease. Nevertheless, it always haunted me that I depended on having a drink when I would get home. But I would be able to talk myself out of it, be able to say, well, I'm still getting up really early to do my meditation, go to yoga. I'm holding down my full-time job. I'm still a good mom. How bad can it be? And truthfully, it really wasn't. It was just a drink or two. But yet there was something in me where it really haunted me, that it was something that I really needed, really looked forward to every single day. So New Year's would roll around and I would often have the New Year's resolution that I'm going to stop drinking, or I'm only going to drink on the weekends, or I'm only going to drink when I go out, whatever it may be. And remember, New Year's often comes after a time of a lot of festivities and a lot of partying. So I didn't really feel great at this time. So I had a lot of motivation behind this New Year's resolution because it's likely I probably had been drinking too much and felt a little bloated and tired. My skin might be puffy, a little bit of red. So I really wanted to stop drinking. So that would be my New Year's resolution in one format or another. And maybe it would last a week, probably not 2 weeks. And I would just go back into my habit of having a drink when I got home from work. Now, one year, I decided that I would try something different. Instead of having that same old New Year's resolution, I was going to craft a Sankalpa. And as I mentioned, a Sankalpa is not about what you're trying to stop or what you're trying to get. It's about who you want to become. It's a short statement of intent. And mine was, I am healthy, radiant, and connected to my highest self. So that Sankalpa had nothing to do with drinking, but it acted as my guide. So it's something that I could look at my actions and compare it against. Were my actions going to help me feel healthy, radiant, and connected to my highest self? Well, drinking every day was not going to do that. So that started to fall by the wayside. And other things did as well. For example, binging on Netflix. I think I was watching Sons of Anarchy at that time. Or maybe gossiping, those conversations that you would have with coworkers. This is back when I was in the corporate world that always kind of left you feeling you just binged an evening watching the Kardashians or something. So these other behaviors started to fall as well too, because the Sankalpa goes deeper about the things that we think that we want. And it's really about guiding us to the woman that we are meant to become. And you might notice that for New Year's resolutions, many of us often have the same ones. It could be, I want to stop drinking. I want to lose weight. I want to make more money. I want to get a partner. I want to leave a partner, whatever it may be. But it's not necessarily unique to you. A Sankalpa really goes deeper. It's about what your heart really wants, like what it is that you need to evolve and who it is that you want to become, but gets to the big why. Now, you can still have the other things, whether it's to stop drinking or to make more money, get a new partner, but it's actually the byproduct of becoming the next best version of you, of evolving. So yes, you can still have those physical manifestations, but those aren't what's motivating. The really motivating and inspiring part, thinking about how am I going to show up next? Who is it that I need to become? How do I need to evolve to get what it is that I say that I want? It goes a lot deeper because often we find ourselves chasing things that we don't necessarily want. They're the things that society tells us we should want. You might have heard of the term in the past called mimetic desires. And that's a concept that talks about desires not even being our own, that we actually desire things based on maybe what our neighbors have or what it is that we think that we should desire. But a Sankalpa goes really deep. It goes to your unique soul's purpose, your unique intention. And it might be something that you haven't even uncovered yet. So I want to talk today about how to create a Sankalpa. Now, first, what even is it? It's a short positive statement of intent. It could be something that you want to heal, achieve, create, or transform. I like to think of it, though, as how you want to evolve. It's who you want to be. It's how you're going to get closer to that next best version of you or your highest self. And that's the part of you that wants to see you reach your full potential and really share your gifts with the world. And once you craft your Sankalpa, you can really use it as a guide for decisions that you need to make, maybe behaviors you're looking to modify or replace, but it becomes your North Star. And it's not just about one thing, about going to the gym or making more money, but it's really about how you're going to show up in the world. So let's talk about how you create a Sankalpa. First, I want you to start to get really clear about what it is that you want. And you might not be able to get straight to your heart's desire at first, so think about the more tangible things that you want, whether it is more money, or whether it is to lose weight or have a healthier body. But then go deeper. Why do you want more money? Maybe it's so you can travel the world, so you can feel more at ease. Maybe it's so your children can go to college without any loan. But go deeper. Continue to ask yourself why. Why is it that you want it? And then once you get to that core or that kernel, that's going to give you a sense of what your heart really wants. So maybe it's, I really want to be a mom that is present and generous with my children. And as you can see, that would be a bit more inspiring than just, I need to save more money. So really getting to the core of what it is that your soul wants. And then what is the feeling you think you're going to get once you have achieved that? Often we think that we want a tangible manifestation of something. I keep using the same examples, but whether it's to lose weight or to make more money or to get a partner, maybe to get a promotion. And again, you can still have all of those, but what you're really seeking is a feeling. It could be a feeling of being loved. It could be a feeling of being appreciated. I remember at my corporate job, I wanted to get promoted, not necessarily because I wanted the promotion, but I wanted people to regard me highly. I wanted to be able to appear that I was successful and smart. I wanted acceptance. So get really honest with yourself about why you want it and what you think that feeling is once you have it, because it's really the feeling that you're going after. And then consider, who will you need to become to get what it is that you desire? So really 3 inquiries. Why do I want that? Why is this important to me? What would getting it feel like? What is the feeling that you desire? And third, who will you need to become to get what you desire? Here's the thing. You will need to become someone different, or I like to say that next best version of you, to get what you want, or else you already would have had it. So that's really the juice of when we start to have this intention of the heart. We can think of it as a guide, a roadmap. It's a North Star to connecting with our soul's purpose, with our highest self. Now, here are some practical tips for creating a Sankalpa. You're going to want to start the statement with an I because it is about you. Write it in the present tense. So instead of writing, I will make money doing work I love, I make money doing work I love. So we want the declaration to be in the present tense because that's going to signal to the brain that we've already achieved our goal. So we're already stepping into this new way of being. Be realistic. We don't want to craft something that's 20 years out into the future. Ideally, Sankalpa is going to be achievable within 6 to 18 months. And also, make sure that it's measurable, that it doesn't necessarily need to be quantitative, but that you will know you had achieved it. So make it clear enough that you're going to know once you've achieved it. Use language that is comfortable to you. So almost as if you were telling a good friend about it. So it doesn't have to be using these jargony words or big words, but as if you were having a conversation. Now, you could also use that feeling component to describe how you're going to feel. So for example, you could write something like, I feel creative and inspired. I make money doing work that lights me up. So it has that feeling sense of what it is that you want. Now, I have a little gift for you that I will share at the end. It's going to be a workbook that's going to help you craft your Sankalpa step by step, which will also share some examples. And once you have your Sankalpa, once you write it down, really reflect on it. Spend some time, maybe put it on Post-it notes, put it on your computer, on your fridge, on your mirror, and remind yourself of it frequently. Let your Sankalpa be a guide to guide your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And notice as you start to titrate into this new way of being. And there is power when we share our intentions, or in this case, our Sankalpa. So more than even just saying it to yourself, share it with friends, with your family, with this community. Really reflect on it and let it out there. So there's some accountability as well. Remember, when you become better, well, when we all become better, the world becomes better as well. Once we start aligning with our heart's true desires, you're going to start to notice that there's more synchronicities, there's more serendipitous events, doors start to open that were previously closed, and you're going to start to feel more aligned. There's going to be more purpose and also more joy as well. Here's my Sankalpa for this year. I am present and generous with those around me. I live in integrity with what I teach and feel confident in the path ahead. So what's your Sankalpa? You can send me an email. I would love to hear it, or maybe post it on Instagram and you can tag me. That's lisamarie.rankin on Instagram. And I'm looking forward to seeing them and supporting you in the year ahead. Now, I have 2 New Year bonuses for you that I'm very excited about. One is the Craft Your Sankalpa workbook. I will guide you step by step on how to craft a Sankalpa, and you can find that at programs.lisamarierankin.com/Sankalpa, Sankalpa, and that link is in the show notes. I also have another gift for you as well. You can get a ticket to my workshop, which will be in just a couple of weeks, called the Enchanted Year Workshop. And this will be an opportunity to share your Sankalpa, get coached on your Sankalpa, or get help writing it. And we'll also do a 12-month goddess spread so we can see what's in store for the year ahead. This will be a really great opportunity to align your attentions to 2025 and also get inspired with some goddess wisdom. Now, to get a ticket, all you need to do is to rate and review this podcast on Spotify or Apple. Take a screenshot, send it to me, and I will send you a ticket to the Enchanted Year Workshop. And that's it, beautiful ones. Happy New Year. And I look forward to seeing your Sankalpas and seeing what's in store for the year ahead. And be well, loves. Thanks for tuning in to the Goddess School podcast. I hope today's episode inspired you to reclaim your feminine magic. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the show. And if you've enjoyed the podcast, please leave us a review on Apple. If you want to dive deeper into divine feminine archetypes and reconnect with your power, check out my book, The Goddess Solution. It's packed with ancient goddess wisdom for the modern woman. You can find the book on Amazon, and the link is in the show notes. And if you're ready to embrace these practices alongside a global sisterhood, I invite you to join my Divine Feminine Mystery School, Enlivened. It's a supportive space to embody these teachings with a fantastic community of like-minded women. You'll find the link in the show notes. Remember, the goddess isn't a deity outside of you. She's an aspect of your highest self. You are the goddess. Until next time, my friend. This episode of the Goddess School podcast is brought to you by Enlivened, my one-of-a-kind curriculum and community designed to help you reconnect with your true self and start living with intention. Inside Enlivened, you'll experience the magic of full moon goddess circles, book clubs, seasonal Sabbath celebrations, and group coaching. Together, we'll move beyond spiritual overwhelm and into a life of clarity, confidence, and limitless possibilities. Ready to create the life you really want? Learn more about Enlivened with the link in the show notes.